Hello there, beloved. God bless you. How thanks for tuning in to join us on the AVAD channel, A Verse A Day, as we dive into the scriptures to discuss the content of episode 160 or the 160, if you so like it. We would remain on the 73rd chapter of the book of Psalm, written by the man after God's heart, and we've been looking at what would come to your mind readily when you're looking at the righteous, when they seem to be flourishing, when they seem to be the smart people around, when they seem to be the people things are working for. This is a coy of the devil to make you fall for his bait and for him to attract you onto his side, thinking that you can have a shortcut to having things, or for you to not follow the godly path. Whereas the Bible makes us to understand and is very clear about this in the book of Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. If it is riches that you want, it says that God is the one that gives power for you to be rich, as his covenant or fulfillment of his covenant to your ancestors. And in Proverbs 8 verse 18, it says durable riches and righteousness, they are with God. Everything that we need, we are always encouraged to source it from God, because we know when we source it from him, we would have sustenance that way. Let's look at another thing that David was trying to see, or what he noted about the righteous, or about the person that is anti-righteous, and that is the wicked. Quickly, verse 5, Psalm 73 verse 5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, nor are they plagued like other men, which is untrue. The Bible makes us to understand clearly in the book of Proverbs 28 verse 1. It says, the sinner will run when no one pursues him. And it says, the righteous, in comparison, and that's why you see me talk about the righteous as the opposite plane of the wicked. It says, the righteous shall be bold like a lion. Why would the righteous be bold like a lion? Because a species would give birth to a species. The righteous being compared to the lion, because God himself is the lion of the tribe of Judah. So that which will proceed from God would have the attribute and the characteristic of God. So when you see the wicked, it is not that the wicked will have no trouble. That is untrue, because it wouldn't have peace. Peace comes with you knowing Christ, with you knowing God, and his presence is what guarantees peace. There will be storm, but Jesus is going to be in your both, and there will be calmness at the end of the day. Because you have the Spirit of God in you, you will be still in his presence, and you will know that he is God. That is what the man who is wicked would not have. And he says they are not plagued like other men. They are plagued like other men because they have to do a whole lot of things to keep going, and that which they have got is short span, because the Bible says that to whatsoever you believe in, you heed yourself as slave unto. So if you believe in God, you'll be a slave unto righteousness. You'll be able to see to it that at all times you have an aligned half. And people who are wicked, they would continually beat, or they live to follow the dictates of their father, which is the devil, who would always lie, and they themselves will go about lying and doing all sorts of despicable things. And you know, the prayer of the righteous man is what God will hear. The Bible says that sin is a reproach to God, is an abomination unto him. His eyes are too holy to behold iniquity. That is why these people will be plagued, and because they are plagued and they are not the righteous, they would get engulfed and they will meet their Waterloo one day. But the Bible says of the righteous, it says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will deliver them from them all. Again, many will be the afflictions of the righteous, but God would be the one that would deliver them from all this, or from them all, because the presence of God is there, and because their hearts would be closely knitted to the Father. They have a yielded heart. God will be able to save them, and he would take them to that which is above affliction, and you see the weight of his glory will come upon them. Please sit with this in the place of meditation, and if that's blessed you, makes him available to people all around you, in a joint resolve to making godly alternatives to be consistently available in this cyberspace, doing it with intensity and with thoroughness, a verse a day. Peace and shalom. Bye.